Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing our playthrough of Neverwinter Nights, the Hordes of the Underdark. I keep getting confused with all the different titles. In the last few episodes, we made our way out of the Undermountain and into the actual Underdark. We are here in one of the Underdark cities, Mayavir, I guess that's what it's called. Not really sure. If you watched the last episode, you know that where was I when I got in here? The Temple of... Was it the Temple of Laws? I don't remember. Anyways, we got teleported down here because Halaster decided to be a jerk. Put a spell on us that requires us to kill the Valshurus, which is the main boss of this expansion. And we were sent down here. The Seer told us... gave us some information on how we might go about starting to do that. We also picked up a couple of new companions. I did go ahead and equip them so that they are a little bit more well off than they were, but they started off with pretty good equipment, so I wasn't all that worried about it. I didn't realize that there was a door back here. Is there another level?
I cannot.
Okay. Oh, speaking of, I
am yours to command.
Sorry, I need to make sure I don't have them try to open things. Don't help me if I fail to open a door. Okay, sorry, I gotta make sure that both of these don't try to do that. Don't help me. Okay, there we go. Okay. So that's the basic gist of what's going on right now. We're down here. We have to try to figure out a way to get to the Valshurus and kill her so that the spell that's been put on us that requires us to do it, Halaster put a spell on us, will go away. So there's that. I did go over here off camera to upgrade some gear, make sure that I was all set up. But the coolest thing that I found when I came down here is that there's this guy over here who will actually upgrade the weapons that you have and add enchantments to them. So the vendor over here had +5 daggers, and I was like, dude, I really want the +5 daggers. But at the same time, I didn't really want to give up the extra damage that I was getting on this weapon. And I also didn't want to give up the keen and the stun bonus and all the other stuff that came with the courtesan blade that I finally got back, because we finally got our original equipment back in a chest before coming down here. So this guy is able to add all kinds of enhancements, including +1, +2, up to +10 enhancements, and he's able to add several damage modifiers to it. Unfortunately, I ran out of money before I was able to add keen to this weapon, so that kind of sucks, because when I started out, I had like 300,000 gold pieces, but it's extremely expensive to have him modify anything. So unfortunately, we're going to have to save up some money before we're able to upgrade things, but ideally, I won't have to buy any new weapons, and ideally, anything we find won't be better than the stuff that I'm upgrading, so we'll see how that goes. Now, as it is... I don't believe that... Let's see. Golems on an island. The Tiefling gave us some information about an island that we can go to check out these golems over here. If we can figure out a way to control them, we can add them to our ability to fight the Valshurus towards the end. There's a boatman that will give us more information about that. There's also a strange island town that has some information about... I guess there's a town that's against them. I'm not really sure. Again, the boatman might be able to help us out with that. There's an undead army that Valshurus has under her command. If we can figure out a way to get rid of that, that will weaken her. There's also a hive of beholders, apparently, which is weird because beholders are extremely solitary. But anyways, there's a hive of beholders. If we can destroy them, that will also weaken the Valshurus. And also there's an Illithid camp to the west. If we can find some way to turn them against them and turn to our side, that will help out a lot. And then eventually we just have to defeat the Valshurus. So there's some things that we can do that will hopefully bolster our side. There are several things we can do to hopefully weaken her side. And then eventually the ultimate goal is to defeat the Valshurus so we can have this spell lifted from us and we can move on. So all that being said, I'm not really sure. I haven't really done much exploring of this area. I wanted to wait until we were on camera. So let's go ahead and start looking in some of these items here and see if there's anything interesting that we can find. And then we'll go see, probably go to the docks because I think that's kind of the next little area there. So I haven't gone in any of these buildings here, so let's, I wonder if we can actually go in here. These guards might not let us in. The guard is standing at attention as you approach. He barely acknowledges you as he says, Matron Maroon is not accepting visitors. What is this building? This tower is the stronghold of House Mevere. Since the rebel refugees have arrived, Matron Maroon has secluded herself inside. No one is allowed to see her. Now, who's Matron Maroon? She's the ruler of House Mevere. The Seer and her rebel followers are here at the pleasure of Matron Maroon, but the matron is not seeing visitors. Okay, so we can't go into here. I mean, I guess that's fine. There's an ale gardens.
Watch you do not involve yourself in the squabbles of the Drow. Even amongst the rebels, it seems they would rather kill each other than work together.
It appears these Drow are having some kind of drinking contest. The Swerf looks like he isn't enjoying it. Please, no more, no more. Come on, Swerf, drink up. I want that record. Whoo, look at him go. The Swerf Neblin looks up at you with tormented eyes. Please, no more. I can't take any more, please. What's going on here? The Drow turns to face you, obviously annoyed at the interruption. Can't you see we're busy here? My Swerf only needs 4 more ales to break the camp record for most drinks in one day. He'll never make it. The Swerf set the record. The Swerf that set the record was twice this runt's size, and he died the next day from alcohol poisoning. I'm gonna do persuade. Persuade is my best skill. That's enough. No sense wasting good ale on a servant. Maybe this human surfacer has a point. Besides, I'm bored. Let's go find something else to do. Of course, it moved me towards good. Thank you, kind master. One more drink would have been the death of me. Excuse me while I pass out. Okay, well, there's a bar master here.
My greetings.
You're the one with the seer that the follower... and the followers of Elistray, aren't you? We don't see too many of your kind in this camp. We'll tolerate your presence here since we want to see the Valkyries stop, but that doesn't mean we have to like you or the Seer. Now go away, I'm busy. Okay. Not much to do there then. There's some training grounds over here where some people are fighting. We already visited the merchant. The Temple of Loth is where we started. There's a public house over here, so I don't know if there's going to be anything actually in here. I guess these are kind of like... Okay, so there's not much going on in here. There's a person to talk to, though.
Get on with it.
This female drow appears younger than many of the others in the camp, though she is obviously it is obvious from her bearing that she is a person of importance. So you are the rival the Seer has put her faith in. My name is the Seer, only daughter and sole surviving heir to House Myroon of House Mevere. I was hoping you would come to see me. I have an offer for you, but it would draw too much attention if I had sought you out. But since you stumbled over to me, what kind of offer? House Mevere has fallen on hard times. Matron Maroon, my mother, has brought us to the very brink of destruction. Many believe it is time for a change. Many believe I should rule. Of course, my mother is no fool. She understands the danger I represent, which is why she exiled me from the tower. She thinks it's safe enough inside the high walls. Obviously, she isn't as safe as she thinks. I know this is how we were brought up, but there is another path you can take. One that isn't fraught with betrayal and death. Elistray can. Don't throw your god in my face. We can't all run away to the surface. Some of us have to survive down here in the Underdark. And that means plotting to assure my own future. My mother thinks I am no longer a threat, but I have more support than she knows. All I need to complete my coup is an assassin powerful enough to kill her and her bodyguard. You're pretty open about this. Aren't you afraid of being found out? Matron Maroon already suspects I am plotting against her, but rumors and hearsay aren't enough to make her act. She can't kill off her last surviving heir without indisputable proof. If I were to tell you what I told her, it would just be another unsubstantiated... If you were to tell her what I told you, it would be another unsubstantiated rumor. She's not going to move against me based on anything you tell her. And what's in this for me? There are the usual compensations, gold or powerful magic items, but helping me is also in your best interests and in the interests of the Seer. I know my mother. She doesn't believe we can defeat the Valkyries, and she's afraid. Do you really believe she will fight by the Seer's side when the Valkyries attacks? Matron Maroon will betray your Seer at the first chance she gets. I, however, believe we can actually defeat the Valkyries. I won't turn on my allies at the first sign of trouble. Well, why should I believe someone who is trying to kill her own mother? Consider this. Matron Maroon has lost her ambition. She would rather serve the Valshyrus than die. I still have my ambition, and I won't so easily bow before our common enemy. Well, what do I have to do? The plan is simple enough. I will give you my signet ring. Take this to the guards outside my mother's tower to the north. They have already sworn their allegiance to me. Show them the ring, and they will let you into the tower while they summon my mother and her guard, Tebamar. When they arrive, kill them. If you do this, I will see you are amply rewarded. 20,000 gold pieces, not to mention the knowledge that House Mavir will stand with you when the Valshyrus comes. 20,000 gold, that's not enough. Do you think I'm some merchant you can barter with? No. I am Zesser Mavir, soon to be a matron mother. My fee is not negotiable. Okay. Excellent. Take my signet ring. After that, the rest is up to you. Satisfied? I have a fiery blood of a demon in my veins, but sometimes the Drow are willing to do things that make even my blood run cold. This is a dangerous game. Once you become in the politics of the Drow, you can never be sure who to trust. I hope you aren't getting in over your head. Okay. 20,000 gold pieces. It's actually not that much. It's actually not that much compared to what I have. But at the same time, we are looking for ways to add to our side while removing ourselves from the other side. So let me quick save. We'll go talk to the Seer and see what she has to say on the matter.
I trust all goes well.
I have some questions. How can I weaken the Valshyrus? That I cannot say. My visions are... sadly, I don't know how both Nathira and Valen have offered to help. Speak to them. Okay, so she has nothing to say on the matter. Knowing what I know, metagaming from Drow society, this is a normal thing that happens in Drow society. So let's see if we can take this out. Zesser said I said to show you this ring. She gave you that. She's ready to move now. He glances from side to side, trying to see if anyone is watching. Some of the guards inside are still loyal to Matron Maroon. Others are wavering between her and Zesser. The ones who won't fight, those ones won't fight you, but they won't help you either. Hurry, go inside. I will summon the matron. If you act quickly, you can probably kill her and Captain Tebamar before they realize what's going on. The matron Mother Maroon gives you a scornful glance, then turns to the Drow beside her.
Who is this male, Tebamar? Why did your guards let him in?
Effortless. Oh, should be an easy fight. I'm not sure, Matron Mother. Allow me to find out for you. Who are you? How did a human male like you get past the guards outside? So I wonder if I could play it. I wonder if I could play both sides against each other, because they gave me an option in option number 3. I came to warn you. Zesser wants the matron dead, but the problem is that she won't be able to act on that, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to make a deal. I'd like to try. If I can try to get more money out of her to kill her daughter.
Of course Seer wants to kill me. I'd be disappointed if she did not. But she lacks the ambition and the power to act.
Zesser has been exiled. She can plot all she wants, but she can't get the matron mother here inside the tower, can't she? She wanted me to kill you. So now you have switched allegiances. It would be nice if you would warn me before you jump sides like that. I prefer to know whose side I'm on in case a fight breaks out. You mean you've just been playing Zesser this whole time? You have a real knack for Drow politics. I find that disturbing. Tebamar gives the matron a worried glance. It appears your daughter is more ambitious than we thought. Maybe it has become too dangerous to let her live. I'm not about to execute my last surviving heir merely on the words of this rival. Find out if he has proof. Well, she gave me her signet ring. Yes, it all makes sense now. The guards outside must be working with Zesser. Do you know what to do, Tebamar? Deal with Zesser and give this rival some kind of reward. Please accept this amulet as a sign of our gratitude. What amulet? Amulet of Will. I think I deserve a little bit more than that. Zesser would have killed me if not for this rival. Why don't you give him something, your weapon, since he seems to be doing your job anyway? Of course, matron. Okay. Maybe I can give this to, ooh, geez, okay. The guard will show you out now. I will take care of my daughter personally. Well, we didn't exactly get more money than I was hoping. I want to see, let's check. Right now, he's walking around with this flail, the Devil's Bane. It has a +5 against outsiders, +3. It is also keen. Its massive criticals is 1d10, and it's only usable. Okay. I don't know that that's going to be better than what we have, because yeah, this has everything. It only has a +3 against everything else, but it also has a 1d10 massive critical. I mean, can he even use it? He doesn't have the... Yeah, okay, so we'll just sell it. That's fine. That's moderately depressing, but it is what it is. Okay, so we'll go sell both of these. Hopefully, hopefully selling these will add up to more than the 20,000, but probably not. Oh, there's 10,000, and okay, so that's the 20,000 gold that we were going to get for killing her anyways. And then hopefully that's enough for me to upgrade the other weapon to get my keen, which I don't know if it's actually going to. So hold on. Yeah, 15 to 20. That keen definitely is making a difference because it's 17 to 20 and this one's 15 to 20 for the keen. So I definitely want. That means rolling a 15 to 20 gives me a critical hit.
Well met.
So hold on. Which weapon needs keen? My Ice Talon needs keen. Okay, so hopefully I can afford it. Can I afford a keen? Yes. Okay, cool. So now both of my weapons have keen. They both have a +3 enchantment, and they both have additional damage attached to it. So that is awesome. Let's save. We'll actually save my character here just to make sure. And I want to save my character because he's got some pretty BA stuff now. All right, let's move on to this other public house over here. Well, actually, I want to go see if she's dead now. Because it would be nice to... Is it completed? A daughter's ambition. You betrayed Zesser. Hopefully Maroon will remember your loyalty. Okay, yeah, hopefully. I mean, I don't trust Maroon. I don't trust her daughter any further than I can throw her anyways. We could have did all of that and it ended up being for nothing. Okay, yeah, it's empty in here and she's gone, so. We know how that turned out. That works for me, though. Okay. So we're gonna go to this other public house and see if there's anything else that's cool to do in here. Probably not, but we'll see. Matron Mother Brizafe something. Okay, let's see if she has anything to say.
Yes.
Though her clothes are somewhat worn, this drow female is obviously no mere noble. Despite her shabby state and meager surroundings, she still exudes an air of arrogant confidence. So you are the rival that the Seer believes will save us all. A human male. I'm not impressed. And who are you? The drow suddenly laughs. I find you amusing for a surfacer. I am Brizafe, matron mother of House Daenai? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. At least what's left of it. As you can see, House Daenai? House Daney? House Daney. I'm going to say Daney. I don't know. Has fallen on hard times indeed. I don't even have a daughter plotting to overthrow me, and nothing for her to claim if she did. What happened? We made the mistake of challenging the Valcheress, but unlike House Mavir, we had no ancestral home outside the city. Our armies were slaughtered, and my daughters were hunted down and slain one by the Red Sisters. Alone, except for my 2 bodyguards, I came like a beggar to the door of House Mavir, once our bitter rival, and now an ally against the Valcheress, a fate far more humiliating than death. House Mavir gave me shelter. They brought me here with them when they fled the city. Now I sit and wait for their own final fall, so I may enjoy it, even as they enjoyed mine. They took you in, and now you revel in their destruction? They took me in so that they could gloat over me. The matron mother of House Mavir helped me escape only to prolong my suffering. I know this because I would have done the same thing had our positions been reversed. What do you know about the Valcheress? She is what every matron mother wishes to become, powerful, ruthless, driving her enemies before her in a war of conquest and destruction. I saw the full extent of her power when she leveled House Daney, and she has grown stronger ever since. You cannot defeat her. What can you tell me about this camp? The camp is doomed. The Seer foolishly places her hopes in you, and House Mavir is desperate enough to join them. But I have seen the full scope of the Valcheress's power. Everyone here will be destroyed. Well, you're a bitter, bitter woman. I once ruled one of the great houses. Servants bowed before me. Now I am reduced to living in squalor. But I am not bitter, not anymore. My life is a festering pit of despair, but I have found one joy, one small glimmer of happiness. Though I am beaten, I will have the pleasure of watching House Mavir fall by my side. Well, it's good to see you're making the most of this time. Yes, nothing heals wounds like your own defeats and heals the wounds of your own defeats like watching others fall. The Valsharys will destroy House Mavir and the Seer. I just hope I'm here to see it. Tell me about the Seer. She's a follow of Illustrae. That is all you need to know. She's a front to everything the Matron Mothers stand for. That is why I find these last days of House Mavir so delicious, forced aside with the followers of Illustrae in a desperate, futile act of self-preservation. But House Mavir cannot escape fate. Okay, so I don't think there's anything else that we can say. So she didn't provide us with anything particularly interesting, which I wasn't really expecting. The one story element was in the other side, and that didn't really do anything for us. So let's go over to let's go over to this corral over here, mostly because I don't think it's actually going to have anything interesting, but okay, yeah, it's just a Rothe herd.
Well met.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna go over to gates to the Lithmyar environs. Well, I know that the dock guy, the boatman, has things he can tell us, so we'll go talk to him. But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and call it an episode. Hopefully you guys are having lots of fun. Be sure to click the like button so the YouTube algorithm knows that you are. Subscribe to the channel so you know when the next video comes out, and I do have a link to my Patreon in the description if you'd like to help me turn this channel into a thriving online business. Again, thank you very much for your time, and I will see you for the next one.